Welcome again to Commandos, Naija Commandos for Life. One of your hosts, Goke Taiwo, C89, Tiger House, Command Secondary School, Comlag. Today we have two of our guests over here from Comlag also. We're still trying to get people from other commands and other military schools in Nigeria. So we're scheduling different people as we move along. So thank you very much. And I'd like to pass it over to my co-host, Ife.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. First, I want to thank you guys for even making time to attend this maybe we'll call it podcast. My name is Feda Polowe, 88 sets, Command Secondary School, Ipaja, Lagos. What we intend to do is to create a forum where you guys can just be free, share your experiences, how command has molded you to who you are today. You know, just don't hold anything back. You know, we want to have fun. Feel free. We have Kenny Phillips online with us. 89 sets. Kenny actually attended 2 different command schools. He's going to share that with us. And we have a B Warikroma. I don't remember a B for 89 sets. I remember a B for 88 sets. Okay, so I'm gonna stick with 88. All right, a B can correct me if I'm wrong. So, but without any further ado, we'll start with Mr. Kenny Phillips.
Yeah. Hello, people. Hello. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Akidele Kenny Phillips, part of 89 set Command Ikpaja. I was in Dragon House, but incidentally, I'll give you my schooling history. I started my schooling, nursery school, in Air Force Primary School, GRA, Ikeja, Lagos. And then I moved on to Command Children's School, Ikeja, Lagos. And then I moved on to Command Children's School, Mokola, Ibadan. And then I went to Command Secondary School, Kakuri, Kaduna, for the first 2 years, which is 84 to 86. And then afterwards, I went to Command Secondary School. So I am a proper military guy, all the way. My mom was actually my head teacher in Air Force and my head teacher in Command Children's School in Ibadan. So that lifestyle was both at home and in school. I've got a very interesting story. Am I just doing intro here, or
intro here first? Then
okay, right,
let's
cool.
AB introduce. Then you can.
So AB, over to you.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody viewing us and listening to us. My name is AB Warikomo. Originally of 88 sets, I lost 1 year seniority, so I finished with the 89 set. So right now, I identify more with the 89 than with 88. Scorpion House all the way. When we started Scorpion House, the green check, we used to be Tiger House. There were only 4 houses then. We used to be Tiger House. Later, they changed us to Scorpion House, you know. Yellow check now became Tiger House. So I identify with Scorpion House. I entered command in 83, finished in 89. That's pretty much intro for me. Kenny, over to you for your experiences.
Okay, so I mean, for me, I wouldn't trade command for anything. Like I said, I went to 2, and I've got interesting stories, especially for Command Secondary School, Kakuri, Kaduna. Jesus, I mean, it was crazy. As in, seniors would just come into the dining hall and say, "Oh, Form 1 boys, lie down." You're there, you're in Form 1, you're young, you're thinking, what have we done? What has happened? And then there were these trees called dogoyaro trees that grew on the grounds. They just pluck the branches and they just start flogging us. No explanation, nothing. They just start flogging us like, guys. And this went on for the 2 years that I was there. When I was in Form 2, "Oh, Form 2 boys, lie down," and start crawling forward for your twerking. Guys. But one night that I remember the most, and incidentally was my last night in Command Secondary School, Kaduna, I was sleeping with one of my friends on the bunk bed. We covered ourselves with, we used to have 2 white bed sheets at the time and your blankets. So we covered ourselves with one of the white bed sheets. Somewhere during the night, we woke up, bed sheet don't work. Who carry bed sheet? Okay, no problem. we now went under the blanket because we were lying on top of the blanket. Like an hour later, blanket, waka. Guys, waiting the apple. Anyway, now there was no bed sheet, there was no blanket. So we had to get up and go around looking for who is taking these things off us. So that's then in Kaduna, I was in Flying-Us house. So we walked around. The closest house to us was Scorpion house. So we went to Scorpion house and we saw a Form 4 boy. I was in Form 2. We saw a Form 4 boy with my blanket because my name was boldly written on the blanket. We saw a Form 4 boy. But you know now, you can't go and tap the guy. Give me my blanket, nothing like that. So we said, we just grumbled and we went back to my bunk to figure ourselves out. That's how we reach bunk, but trust don't work. He's like, guys, what did they happen tonight now? But luckily, while we were walking around Scorpion, we saw an Octopus house Form 4 boy walking around. So we were like, you know what? Let's go to Octopus house and go and see if that guy carried my mattress. So we got to Octopus house. We were outside the window. We could see the guy stuffing the mattress into the cupboard. You can't do anything now. So we stood at the window. Senior. Luckily for us, another Form 4 boy. By this time, of course, Form 5 don't waka. So the most senior people in school were Form 4. So another Form 4 boy was just climbing in from sneaking out. And he saw us and he was very surprised. Why are 2 Form 2 boys standing around 3 o'clock in the morning? So we're like, one senior took our mattress. And the one that just came is bigger than the one that took the mattress. So that's how he went and used chest to drag the guy and got our mattress back. So we now went back to sleep. In the morning, this is the last day of term. In the morning, I went to the housemaster for Scorpion House and reported that Form 4 boy that started the whole thing, that carried my blanket. Like an hour later, the Form 4 boy told me, next term, I will kill you. I was sweating. And then when I got home, that's what my mama talks, says, you know what, traveling to Kaduna is becoming, because then there were a lot of strikes from Nigeria Airways, that is becoming too much of an issue, that she's going to change me to Command Lagos. I said, I know they go back that place.
The guy will have been waiting with his belt for you.
The guy was waiting. He don't see me again. That's how I reached Command Lagos. That's how I got to Command Lagos. People were grumbling, say, seniors are wicked, this one. Oh boy, when I got to Command Lagos, for me, it was like a holiday camp. I was chilling. I was like, yay, they're not flogging me every day. You guys are relaxing.
No, but you're in the worst house now. You're in Dragon House. I hate that. But you ran away.
Trust me.
But
No,
Kenny, you
I was running away.
Tiger House now.
I agree. I was running away, but it was nothing like Command Kaduna. I'm telling you, Command Lagos was like a proper holiday camp. It was chilly, even though there were wicked seniors. It was nothing like Command Kaduna. And then, of course, I used to hang out with Goke a lot in Form 3 in Tiger House. I spent a lot of time in Tiger House. And I was thinking about it, even in Form 5, I didn't really stay in Dragon House.
No, you were always in Tiger House.
No, in Form 5, Tiger House was Form 3 and Form 4. Form 5, I was mostly in Scorpion House.
Oh, okay.
In Form 5, I was mostly in Scorpion House.
Kenny, you came to Command Lagos as a semi-senior. You are
exactly.
The only people that could terrorize you were Form 3 and were Form 4 and Form 5 people. And you went. They don't really terrorize new people like that. So you were lucky. Not that Command Lagos didn't have terrible seniors. If you are done with your chairman as somebody that started all the way
from the beginning, yes, I can imagine. But no, so to be honest, Command made a huge difference for me. So luckily for my older brother went to NMS. He was 88 set of NMS. So it was, our household was like a military household. When I was in Command Kaduna, we used to jog, the whole school used to jog like, I think 3 times a week. And I still run today. I've been running since 1984. You know, I'm doing 10Ks, I'm doing 15Ks today, you know, so that has been discipline that has been imbibed. And even in my work life, people can't believe the level of discipline that I have, you know, delivery, in terms of anything you ask me to do, we find a way. You know, these are things I learned. In Command Lagos, I remember when we used to do inter-house sports, they would tell us to go and build our own tent. We will go into the bush. We'll go, I mean, these are skills that taught me to be resilient. I left Nigeria with £100 in my pocket and went to the UK. And I went to university for 3 years, paying £10,000. How did I do it? You understand? Guys, going to command taught me to be able to hustle and make a plan no matter what. Make a plan. I don't think a lot of people had those experiences from going to civilian schools and stuff. We saw life. I mean, some of us thought it was really difficult at the time, but those things have shaped us and have made us the people that we are today. You can drop me anywhere, I will hustle. I mean, I lived in the UK, now I live in South Africa. The hustle continues, you know, and we thank God, you know, things are going okay. So for me, it was a privilege.
I agree with you. One of the things I agree with what you said is that you can adjust. I think the advantage of going to a military school in Nigeria is that regimental lifestyle. And also, I was command all the way from command training school to command day for 1 year, command Ipaja. Is anywhere I go, I'm able to adjust. Like observe people around, look for a benchmark and adjust. You understand? So I think that's one thing that command allows you to do, that boarding house, being in boarding house throughout. Like I tell Americans over here, most of them don't attend boarding school, so they go home. And so when you're in a boarding school, it's a different atmosphere. You're adjusting quickly, especially in your junior years. Your junior years are very different because for 1 and 2, you are suffering all the time. They're dealing with you. Like I always tell my kids that back in the day when a senior wants you to either wash his clothes or iron, I'd rather wash his clothes, because if you take the ironing part, you iron all night crying because every other senior will drop their clothes on you and stuff like that. So it's just that adjustment in regards to observing things and making changes quickly. You know, it's really important that we got that one. Even when RSM was dealing with us and other seniors, it lets you know how to, become stealth, you know, to be able to escape somebody and also be able to adjust and, you know, come back into the groove of things. And I definitely agree with that experience that you espouse right now.
Okay, hold on. Philip can't get away like that. You did some crazy crap. I mean, come on, don't give me all that regular stuff. What were some weird things you did in command?
I'll tell you, weird things. I can't remember what happened, but one senior was upset with me once, and he said I should go under his bed. And during the course of the night, I must catch one pregnant mosquito.
Yeah.
One that just got married. Basically, I was going to spend the night under the bed because how am I going to catch a pregnant mosquito? There's even the one where we'll go and fetch water. We padlock the bucket, those metal buckets. We padlock it under the bed.
Yes, that's right.
The water will be gone in the morning. I'm sure the seniors were like, look at this mumu. You the padlock bucket. You never jam.
Oh my God.
No. For me, I mean, I remember somehow all the hardship has disappeared from my memory. It's the fun that I remember. I don't, somehow all that hardship just disappeared. I can't really remember all the suffering, you know.
No. I'm not talking about suffering. No. You did some mischievous things.
Oh, we sneaked out now. We definitely sneaked out.
Now you're talking. Come on now.
We did some chicken palming. You guys know.
So you're one of you.
We chop chicken. We make them with boiling ring. You know, all that kind of waka. No, we chop cassava. Definitely. We went into the farms and we arranged the cassava. And one thing I definitely did, in fact, I got into trouble for it, was going to swim. I was one of the people they called. Yeah, I was one of the people they flogged on assembly.
Yeah, remember is it Lazarus? I'm not remember all those boys that they grabbed.
I was definitely one of them that they flogged on assembly. I'll give you another story. There was a time RSM was looking for me. Now, everybody used to call me Kenneth Phillips. So that's how RSM was looking for me. I think my mom had come to look for me during midterm, and I was supposed to be in school, but I had snuck out. I went to Flench or somewhere. So I now, like a few weeks later, almost 6 weeks later, I now ran into RSM. I was going to admin block. So RSM said, come here. What's your name? My head was permutated. Which name would this man remember? I just said, my name is Akidele, thinking that he won't know that name. The man just completed. He said, Akidele Kenny Phillips. I'm like, yeah! He just said, follow me. I received correct tracking, correct one. No, but command was fun. Command was good fun.
Okay. Can you tell us your own story now?
Well, mine starts from, let me start from our interview days when we went for interview in command. You know, it's 3 days. I think they drop you off on.
That's right.
I can't remember.
Friday. Yeah.
Like, it's for like 3 days. So yeah. I wrote entrance exams for command day and command Ikpaja. I attended both interviews. Now, during the interview in command Ikpaja, they treated us so well. We were eating as much as we wanted.
Yes, I remember, man. I remember. That's set up.
That interview, I'd never swam in a swimming pool. So the reservoir, the reservoir, they put water inside, and we were swimming inside the reservoir. So when I went back home, I was saying, the school even has a swimming pool that they treated us so well. So all my and command Ikpaja, which one he didn't even complete it. I said I want command Ikpaja. Ikpaja we normally resume on Fridays, as you all remember. Yeah. We resume on Fridays. The classes will start Saturday. As he dropped me off, my dad was carrying my locker for me. When we got to one place, one senior just said, "What? Come on, will you?" I said, "Oga, please don't be angry. He will carry his locker by himself." I carried that heavy locker from front of MIR to Scorpion House, which was Tiger House back then. As I got there, tears were already. Before then, I had never done that kind of thing. I had never washed my clothes.
Oh my God!
When I got to the hostel, all from one student, for no reason, they said they should just come and kneel down in one corner. So as I was arranging my things, somebody just said, "Come, are you not in for one?" I said, "Yes." Before I could go out, I went to the corner. I went to kneel down with every person. As I was kneeling down there, I had already made up my mind. There and then, at that young age, my mind was working very fast. I said, the moment these people release us from here, my slot in command day is still available. I'll resume with them on Monday. At that very young age, back 7 years ago, I left my box. I left my locker with the clothes that I was putting on. I had already known how to navigate my way back home. That's it.
Through that forest that time.
Yeah.
You try. Through that forest. Because that was like a military base you moved to. Jesus.
Yes. So my dad almost died of shock when they opened the door and I entered. I said, "What? What are you doing?" I said, "I'm not going back." My mom said yes, that I shouldn't go back. My dad said no. And at the end of the day, he brought me to school the next day, Sunday. Mr. Jato was not my housemaster, but because we were from the same place, he took me to Mr. Jato's house. Mr. Jato now followed me and my dad to my housemaster's place, Mr. Ashere. So they spoke, and Mr. Ashere said that, "See, there's something they call exia, that anytime you want to go home, just come and meet me. I'll write an exit for you," which is also another scam. I didn't see that exit sheet till I left command. Did anybody get exit?
Yeah, I did.
I never saw that thing, man. I never saw it.
I went the first time to try to get exit when Mr. Ashere flogged me. I said, "I don't even need this thing. Which I'll carry exit." As a junior, Scorpion House, like the rules here say we shouldn't mention names, but let me say generally that Scorpion House probably had the most terrible seniors Today, today I see them as demons. You know, for not doing your morning walk. For not doing your morning. Sometimes your house captain will just come to your table and grab your loaf. You can imagine that small loaf that won't see you till 2 o'clock.
That's right.
Because you do your morning walk, he comes and grabs your loaf and goes to eat it. The moment he grabs it and starts going, tears gather in your eyes. Say, "Chain, that's what I want to." Even 2 people's food, they see you till 2 o'clock. Now this fellow comes and grabs your food and takes it away. So there are so many things Command did for me. So many things. Kenny Phillips has said so much. Command prepared us for a lot of things. There are 2 things. It's either your experience will beat the life out of you, or it will beat the life into you. What Command did for me is that Command beat the life into me. Not just
Maybe, do you mind? Hold on a second. If you hold on a second. Somebody has the TV on or something, or radio.
It might be where it is.
It's where I am. I'm in a joint, so there are people.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sorry,
okay.
Sorry for the interference. So, Command will beat the life into you, not just the seniors, the environment, the routines. You wake up as early as, I don't know if it was 4 a.m. or 4:30. You jog 3 kilometers in the middle of the night. We don't know what reptiles are on the road. You jog to that bridge. 3 kilometers, will jog back, and you know, as fate would have it, on the days we jog, it is pap and moi that go beside you.
Oh my
God! It's teaching you mathematics, and you sleep in class.
Hey, sleep in class.
It was a very.
They stopped that, Baba. Lawal stopped it after a while because they noticed that people were sleeping anytime they serve.
Come on, make you sleep now.
Yeah, half of the class is sleeping because of that. So I think they stopped that in Form 3 or something.
Were not with us then. Would mistake it for quality thick akamu. That akamu, you can just sip it the way you sip tea. It was very watery.
Yes.
The stew that they used to give us, it will pour on your uniform and it won't stain it because it's so watery.
Oh my God.
The thing is, Command taught me a lot of things. Survival in almost any circumstance. When I do things with people and the moment some things go wrong and they start complaining about the problem, I say, see, I'd rather focus all of my energies and all of my resources on looking for a solution.
Yes.
Things that let's look for the solution before they will gather themselves. Sometimes it is near-death experiences. Maybe like I was involved 2 years ago. I was involved in an accident. Myself and Remy Famakinde, we were involved in an accident. And when we came out, those that came around to sympathize with us, they were even more traumatized than we. My accident, we survived. Okay, we survived. So Command did a lot of things for me. As per some nefarious things that we did, swimming is the least of it. Going to swim is the least of it. We it takes about 10 to 15 years for cocoa to mature. So when a cocoa farmer catches you on his farm,
yes,
on this part, we went for cocoa expedition and we saw the farmer. It was a big plantation. We saw the farmer, but he hadn't seen us. So we were cutting the cocoa quietly and putting it in our bag. Then all of a sudden, from another direction, we saw a very massive python. Now, for any of you that may have gone to cocoa plantation, the leaves fall on the ground, they get dry, and there are so many. So we are walking small because the leaves are dry. If you run, it will make noise. Farmer will hear you. So we were cutting the cocoa quietly. When we looked at the snake, somebody said, see snake, see snake. And snake, I think they react to that word. The moment the snake just heard the snake, the snake just turned and looked at us, entered under those dry grasses, and started moving in our direction.
Yeah. Wow.
Now, Where that snake was coming from was our exit. The only other option is so when that snake started coming towards us, very massive snake, when the snake now started coming towards us, the only option open to us was to run towards the farmer. We started running towards the farmer. When the farmer saw us running towards him, he didn't want to wait to see what was chasing us.
Farmer self take off.
Now, we came out at one road. We don't know where that road was. As we came out at the road,
Oh, God.
we now started navigating. Going back into the cocoa plantation was not an option. We now started navigating and navigating until we came out on the road going to Mero.
Ooh.
Mero. We now said, okay, I know this road. We now navigated until we got back to school. So the salary for us for that expedition was that we didn't lose one single cocoa. Even in the danger, we held on tight.
What class were you? What class were you when that incident happened? Eh?
Form 3, I was in Form 3.
Oh, Form 3, okay.
I still remember those that went with me on that expedition. Ike Mefun and Nebedun was with me. Ike Bullet, both of them, they made their souls rest in peace. And I think Udwak Sunday was there with us. I can't remember who else, but we were like 6 or 7. You know, we thank God that even when command was a jungle then, we didn't lose anybody to things like snake bites. We didn't lose people to any dangerous illness and all of that.
To farmers bullets, because they used to shoot people too when you come and steal from there.
Yeah. So command prepared me for a lot of things, and I'm grateful. If I am to go back 30 years in time and I have a choice to go to the most expensive private school in the world and command, I won't hesitate to choose command. I assure you of that. And for anybody that missed that experience, that big thing you missed. That big thing you missed. Thank you very much, guys, for this opportunity. If I have to share all of my experiences in command, 10 hours is not enough. But
We'll go take for here.
Share some memorable.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Philip, you have anything else to share?
No. I mean, still echoing what AB said. It was, for me, yes, it was tough in that moment, but when you look back, you know that it has made you the man that you are today, or the woman, depending. So yeah, I am truly, truly grateful for that experience. Definitely.
Yeah, that's why the Naija Commando for Life motto is a honor and camaraderie. Like, it was an honor attending that school. Anybody that went to command or any military school in Nigeria, there's a difference between you and those who went to federal government college or any of the civilian schools. There's just that difference when you went to university or when you hang out with people. The way you communicate and the way your values are very different. I know when I talk to people, either my cousins or my friends who went to other commands or other military schools, the way we communicate with each other is so different from people who went to either a private school or a civilian school. So yeah, the camaraderie is fantastic, and I even really love the way, especially Command Ikbajat, even our set, 89 set, the camaraderie between us, the way we connect and stuff like that, and even with other people, other command schools, and NMS, Air Force military schools, Navy, the camaraderie is fantastic with all of us. You understand? Compared to, I have friends that went to Federal Government College, Fagos too, but it's just a different dynamic. And most of us, our parents were in the military too, so which we're all military brats. So it just set us apart from the rest of everybody. So it's always a honor, communicating with those who went to command, and that's one of the reasons why we put this platform together, so we can always reminisce and laugh about those things that we thought they were killing us that time, which they were really, But today, we thank God that we're able to survive it and we're able to evolve and with life amongst other stuff. Yeah. But I remember those days. I remember even when Kenny came in from 3. That he was giving me those gist of Command Kadna and how He ran away. I now say, and they now put you in Dragon House. That house that I used to dodge. Then he was now laughing. I said, Teddy knew now. I never used to come and visit you in Dragon House. You are the one that used to come.
I used to come
your house,
House.
without your house captain, that almost killed me. For coming back from prep one day, I like lie. I used to dodge that place like anything. So it was funny how they did not put you in Tiger House, they put you in Dragon House, where there was more suffering in your time and stuff like that. During those days. So it was always it's interesting, in regards to how now you laugh about it. But during those days in the 80s, we were stressed out so much.
We were flogged. I remember one time I was flogged so much. Then they flogged us so much that they used to call some of us Paco. We became Paco. It didn't matter.
Yes, became resilient.
The guy took out his belt and flogged my neck. Guys, if you see the way I took off.
Who was that? Who did that?
I can't remember who the senior was, but he flogged my neck.
In Dragon House?
No, I think this was Command Kaduna. It was Command Kaduna. He flogged my neck because I was doing Paco. He said, hey, you're forming Paco. Okay. He flogged my neck. I took off. But no.
You guys remember the routine when you were about to get flogged? You're not supposed to touch the spot. They're done with you. If you touch it, or you leave the bunk, if you leave the bunk, they start all over.
They start again, yes.
So there are two violations. You don't leave the bunk and you don't touch the place they hit. So they're giving you 12. You see that they're 12.
There was this night, some of us were coming back from prep. Kule Brahimo, I remember Kule Brahimo. I can't remember the others. I remember Kule Brahimo because he was the victim. Now, sorry, I'm charging my phone, so I have to hold it. So as we were coming back from night prep, Duro and his crew caught us. So between music room and Scorpion House, that long, lonely road, that dark road. So when Duro caught us there, Duro in his usual fashion brought out paper and biro that we should start writing our names. The first person wrote his name.
I remember that incident.
The first person wrote a fake name. So when it got to turn, no, okay, somebody was writing the name. You mention your name, the person will write the name. So when they asked me for my name, I said Christopher Otaibe. Kule Brahimo bust. Next thing, if you see the slap that Duro gave Kule Brahimo, now why are you laughing at his name? Somebody's mentioning his name and you're laughing. Kule Brahimo could not open his mouth. I'm laughing at a fake name. And they'll carry that list, go to assembly ground and start calling people.
I'll be calling people that don't exist.
But that's why I have to say I respect Ajayoba RSM.
But my
you by face, you could not escape. Like you look at you and you go, your last name is Taiwo. Okay, right? I'll be looking at him. Is it your father, Colin Taiwo? Shit, okay, this guy knows me.
No, he knew us.
No, I mean, seriously, I met that guy last year in November, Cookie. Remember? The guy still remembers us, man.
Oh, he remembers you?
He remembers us, yeah.
He knows your father's rank. Mm-hmm. He will call your father's military rank and stuff like that. You'll be looking at him because you want to help him out, right? You just be looking at him to see if he makes mistake. Then you act like you don't know. You understand? But he knows you. Like, shit.
I remember a similar incident that Ibi was sharing. Somebody you guys remember Bele Coach?
Yes.
So he asked them to write their name. Somebody told them his name was Christopher Columbus. And he wrote it down. Man, we were mischievous. For real.
Oh, definitely. But they helped us channel that energy, which is really good.
Let me share one personal experience in something that, apart from the old discipline, being resilient, being go-getters, and knocks, you know what I'm saying? We don't give up. We follow through. You know one thing, on Father's Day, you know what my kids bought for me? a cooking pot. So, and I say that with so much pride because they know I'm the cook, right? And it goes back to my days in command. So when people steal cocoyam and corn, and when we boil rice with geisha and sardine and feshen, I was the cook. I was the man.
Yeah.
I was the one waiting in the dormitory to put it together. And up to today, I cook shege.
And so, some of those meals in command that we used to cook in dormitory, they were awesome, guys.
It wasn't bad, man. It wasn't bad. I'm saying.
No.
I mean,
guys,
for hungry boys, that was delectable. Yeah, that was so delectable.
Hunger eyes to eat it. So it would be awesome.
Of course,
I'll tell you one funny thing we did in Commander. When we left Commander, I was doing it at home and my mom had to stop me. Remember when we used to get loaf and we put butter, then we now put paper on top and then now use iron to iron it to toast.
Yes.
So at home one day, I used to do it at home. My mom said, then one day my mom said was smelling something. Then she now came. I'm like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm toasting my bread. She was like, we have bread toaster. What are you doing? I was just screaming. What are you doing, my friend? Get out of that place. She sees the loaf and everything. But because I was so used to it, it was like 1990, a year after we finished. So like, what is that? What? She just took the thing that the thing you used to do in secondary school.
That thing tastes good, man.
No, it tastes good. I was missing it, I was missing it because you put geisha inside after. Now you put that toasting the bread and to start smelling. It has a different. That toast is different.
Hello, Goke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to leave you guys now. My phone, my battery is dangerously low. I'm trying to charge it, but I'm having difficulty. In another episode, is it possible to still bring me on, or you do different?
We can bring you back.
We can bring you on in a different one too in the future. Yeah, we're always just trying to get different people so we can get different experiences, juniors and seniors.
Included just guy in this thing.
We reach out to him. We'll get him.
Reach out to Joseph.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Reach out to Joseph. Let me leave you guys. I beg. I'm happy for this opportunity. I look forward to another. It's very nostalgic and
it is.
I really look forward to the opportunity. Thank you very much, guys. God bless you all.
Nice one, Abi. God bless you too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, command was funny. It was like my mom was like, you are still coasting command kind of style of bread in my house. I was looking at her, I was like, yeah, I kind of was missing it. This is like a year after I finished from command. I was missing that because it's a distinct kind of taste. You understand? When you put the butter in, the way it comes out.
It's different. It's different.
You understand? I haven't done it in years, but I just remember that my mom had to stop.
Hold up. Are you still trying to do it?
No, I've not done that.
With that game.
I just remember. I just remember that.
I don't trust that Goki guy. I'm telling you, they don't trust that Goki.
We go get to check out.
Higher bread from Maryland. I'm telling you, I got to check that guy, man. You got the higher bread from Maryland.
No, but the cooking skills, I apart from my mom being a caterer, that I learned how to cook, but also in command too. I used to cook. When I got into uni in Nigeria, I was the one always cooking for guys. That using boiling ring to cook and other things we used to do back in the days. You understand? It was fun, but it gives you those kind of extra skills. As a
boiling ring was a blessing, man.
Yeah, it was.
With that boiling ring, we could do nothing. It was everything. It was everything.
I mean, I picked up a lot of skills. I'm just thinking now. My wife always says to me, I iron my shirts in a particular way. Guys, now from Commando.
From Commando.
No, Kenny, I remember when we were telling your wife about command one time when I was in London, and she was looking at us weird, like we were suffering. You remember that? You remember?
Yes.
In 2007 when I was in your house.
Let me tell you, if my wife says she goes to boarding school, so she was not describing how her boarding school was. In the morning, they will put their dirty clothes on one side so that somebody can come and pick it and go and wash it. This one, that one. I just look at her. Which
What
that
school?
school for South Africa, one boarding
Ah,
school for South Africa. I say
I
that one
beg
no be
you.
boarding school, oh. That
Nobody
one na
do that
camp.
too. No.
They
No.
don't cut grass.
But
They don't do anything.
really? So nobody they punish them. No senior they punish them.
Nothing like that.
Oh
No,
hell no! That is
so,
nobody
so,
school.
so when I came to London, right now I was staying with Kenny. So Kenny was now dissing me, and we were now looking at me, and now looked at her like this, like seriously, like you don't know the kind of suffering. I said,
Can you imagine?
your husband was always in my dorm because they used to almost want to kill him in Dragon House. She was not laughing. She was like, "How did you guys survive? You guys must have been
Then she now says
traumatized
it's
and
child
everything."
abuse. This
child
one, that one.
abuse.
I say, you never holla. You never holla.
I know.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. The abuse was so bad. You'll be scared to report the senior yourself.
I know.
That's how
You
bad the
report
abuse
it to
was.
you, then they'll kill you after.
They'll kill you after that.
No. Even if they ask you, did this senior touch you? Say,
No. Even when you are bleeding, you're obviously bleeding. They say, no, they touch you. No, they touch you.
No, Jimmy, in the last episode we did, I was talking about how some seniors electrocuted one soldier in Octopus House, right? That he almost died.
Right.
That how he touched they put the water. Because used to
I
be, I don't
remember
know,
that.
You remember
that.
muscular guy? So because of that, for 4 and for 5 boys, we're not wearing their dorm wear. That when RSA used to come with soldiers, it came like a platoon of soldiers every time to look for those boys. When they heard the boots coming, if they're in class and the teacher is teaching, the ones that he recognized, they'll just take off. Boom! Yes, so he will come with one junior. The junior will tell the junior to identify all Octopus House boys. You understand? The junior will be looking. You will see the people that are left there. They did not burn him well to mention their names. You understand? And Anderson will be flogging him. Man, pull them out. He goes like, there's nobody here. Pull them out. And even during prep time, that they will all be where they will come. A lot of those guys borrowed my own day wear. Like how Anderson will be telling them, identify them. They did not burn you well to identify a Octopus House boy because you know that they are going to mess with your life for the rest of the time that senior is going to be in school. So Anderson was frustrated. He was frustrated because he knew that there were other ones he did not recognize over there, but he wanted to pull all of them out. No, but it took a long time now for them to catch them. It was very, very difficult. That soldier almost died now. That was wicked. They electrocuted him.
I remember that, definitely.
It's bad now. So command was fun that you are so scared to report seniors. Only once I reported a senior that I almost wanted to.
Do you guys remember? Is it Major General Femi Jembe? Jembe.
I remember the name, but I don't remember any experience.
Femi Jembe was his son. He was in my house.
Okay.
Man, that guy was brutal. So one time he beat me. I asked her on my handle. It was right before visiting day. My parents came. You know, mothers, they pay attention to everything.
Yeah.
So he was like, Kido Shelakpa. I'm only going to sing. So I eventually told her, it was Femi Jembe because my father gave the diary. Like, he's supposed to be taking care of you. So my mother now came to the dormitory with me. Femi now walked by. My mother was saying, "Hey, mommy, hey, please don't talk." Please don't talk.
He go pass scarf for hand.
Mommy, please don't talk. Because when you leave, no time will face.
Yeah.
As a mother,
they look at me with they enjoy the stories, but I tell them, okay, do you want to attend command? They were like,
No. Lie.
Do you tell your children about your experience in command?
I tell them I think my children are too soft. I mean, I look at them and I'm like, this one no fit survive. You said them to command, they no go fit survive. You know, they are so soft. Maybe we were soft before we got into command. I don't know. You know, but
we grew up in a different environment, though. That was different.
I guess.
No iPad, nothing.
I mean, the kids that grew up here, that never experienced NEPA, never experienced mosquito.
Exactly.
That's about command. I mean, we there were certain things we were already familiar with. Mosquito was not a stranger to us. NEPA was no stranger. You know, many people had a better life in command than at home. If you think about it.
That's true.
Some of those barracks were rough, man.
Yeah,
they were rough.
That's true.
You know, so that's but you not take this botas here. My kids went to Nigeria 3 years ago, and they came back. I'm like, So you think you live in Nigeria? I was like, hell no.
Hell no.
Just the fact that there was a time period they couldn't access the Wi-Fi. They were losing their minds.
I can imagine.
Yes. United
I mean,
people
if you ask my kids, so if you ask them about their heritage, they will say, my dad is from Nigeria. I'm like,
Yes.
what do you mean? Where are you from? They say, Then the younger one is 7 years old, and this was when he was 6. When I asked him, he said, where was I born? I said, UK. He said, where did you bring me to South Africa from? I said, UK. He said, so what do you mean by where am I from? I'm from the UK. I'm like, Buffalo, yeah.
No, me, I make it clear to my kids that they are Nigerians first, regardless of passports. You understand? And I think after taking them to Nigeria, first of all, in 2016 for my dad's funeral, then in 2018 when we went for 2 weeks, they enjoyed it so much. Now they watch a lot of things on Nigerian parents on YouTube
right.
and everything.
Yeah.
They have Nigerian flag, and I make sure I buy them T-shirts and sweatshirts with Nigerian flag, and so I force it on them that look, you have Nigerian names, so you are Nigerians first, regardless of where you are born.
That's why I refuse to give my kids English name. My first son is Oluwade Milade. My second son is Oluwabukumi. No, I'm not giving you any English name.
That's the identity. Yep.
Yeah, the identity. Yeah. No, but you have to espouse that thing. I think the experience is taking your kids to Nigeria. My kids, they actually want to go back to Nigeria. They enjoyed it, and all that. Going to the mall, going to visiting people, doing things. Seeing goats running around, they were like, "Oh my God, what is that?"
Yeah,
and I told them about rolling tire, and they were like, "What is that?"
Course.
So one day, when I showed them,
my God!
And they were like, "What is that?" I'm like, "It's rolling tire."
It's innovation.
Innovation. They were like, "Is that toy?" I said, "Yes, nice toy."
Yes,
they were like,
yes,
"Yes, software."
yes.
I said, "No." They're like, "Did you do it?" I'm like, "Now when I was a kid, now we used to roll tire."
Yes.
They're looking at you weird. Okay, you guys didn't have iPad. I was like, there's nothing like iPad.
iPad, go.
So, you just have to kind of get them with the flow of understanding their heritage. They're Nigerian. I'm happy that even on a lot of things they do, they put the Nigerian flag. I've imposed it on them. So they put the Nigerian flag on things they do all the time. So, mommy, you're Nigerian regardless of where you're born. And they have Nigerian names anyway. So they enjoy their names too. So that's the beautiful thing about it. But yeah, Command was
all right.
Command was a ball.
Okay. We'll wrap them up.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Phillips, thank you very much for joining us on this to give your experiences. And Mr. AB had left earlier. It was a pleasure. Once we edit this, we'll post it up in maybe next 2 weeks or so, because I'm trying to finish up the last one. And we'll be able to invite more people over to come and give their experiences so we can reminisce about our experiences, because it was fun. Now, I remember those days when they were flogging us. It wasn't fun, though.
It wasn't fun.
Well, it's fun now when you kind of talk about it over 30 years ago and stuff like that. But
No. Thanks for having me. Definitely an honor to join you guys and share some of my experiences. This was definitely